One time I was sitting in my room, just like thinking about life. Then I remember I was slacking on this one habit, which is gratitude journaling. And so I grabbed my piece of paper, journal, and my pencil. I start writing like little things. Okay, I'm grateful for this pencil, it's helping me write. I'm grateful for this water bottle from I drink every day, keeps me hydrated. I'm grateful for my room, I can just chill here. I'm grateful for my bed, it's really cozy. But now I was thinking, what can I do, like a big one, like one big thing you're grateful for. So I remember this one time that was like 6 years prior now, 2020. I was living in a village with my parents and my brother. My brother's at work, and my parents sent me to get some groceries. Now, to get some groceries, I had to walk like 30 minutes to the like nearest grocery store, and I had to pass this one house, which was like it was like full of dogs, and the woman is totally irresponsible. She just lets her dogs like just come out. The fence is kind of broken, but it's okay. I passed this one time, go to the grocery store, everything's alright. Like, I get my groceries, say goodbye to the cashier, go back to this path, and the dogs were there again. Like, not after, like, I'm just like, as I'm walking, dogs come out to the fence, they start like following me. I'm just kind of like scared because I'm like 12 at this point. And what happened is the dog bites me like on my leg. So I didn't scream or anything, I just started running. I did at like 5-6 seconds, dogs stopped following me, they go back to their own way. And now I'm walking and crying. And when I go back to my house, I explained everything to my dad and mom. My dad was furious. Like, first of all, he called the police to like report the woman, because like this is not the first time the dogs like bite someone like in the whole village. And after that they say they cannot really do anything, like some police bullshit. But my dad calls then like ambulance to say and they say like, you should check the wound first. Like, is it deep? If it's not, everything's gonna be alright. Just like put some bandages on. And they put the bandages on. I say thank you to my dad. I kind of stopped crying. I get better. Then, as I remember that story, I come to my dad and mom, said, you remember that time that we were in the village and the dog bit me, and I was very scared, but you called the ambulance, they said everything's fine, you put like bandages on my wound a bit, and everything was good, and you called the police and everything, you want to like protect me. I said, I'm grateful for that. You see, usually what happens, what I do is, when I'm grateful for someone, I put it in a piece of paper. But since this was a big one, I just kind of like immediately thought, I didn't even think about like when I remember that to put it in like a journal. I immediately thought I need to tell this to my dad. Then I remember this other thing. I remember this one time that was like 8 years ago. We were like in that village, it was like 9 or 10. And what I did, since like I was a stupid kid, for some reason I just like, when my parents aren't watching, I literally took out the batteries out of the remote controller, like in the living room, and I just put them somewhere. And well, I just did that and kind of didn't thought about it. Then my dad finds out there's not the batteries are missing, and no one's like put them out. And I was like, then dad started yelling at me like, well, why did you do that? Why did you do that? I'm like, he made it thought he didn't even ask, like he knew I did it as a kid. So I started crying and I showed him where the batteries are. Then I went into my brother's room, and what happened was I told him what happened, said everything's gonna be like, okay. And both of us just went down and watched something on YouTube, like some video games back then, like I think it was that. I watched like for 3 hours, and I felt good, and I was grateful for that. So like what I did was, my brother, he was at work at the time, so just sent him a message. Like I literally, it was few paragraphs. Like I just explained the whole situation there, and I just like click send. And he was very happy that, like I could tell, like even though he just like wrote a message of like, thanks, I remember this, no problem, brother. Like as I said, like thank you for that, I'm grateful for this. And I made him happy, like even though it was a message, I kind of felt like happiness. And when I told my dad like the story like about the dog, you know, like that I'm grateful for, he was very, and my mom, they were both like smiling, you see. And I felt good that day. So you should be like, if this is like a way to make other people happy, like just tell them, like it doesn't have to be even big things, like with my brother, even though it's not really a big thing, we just like watched the YouTube or something. It really meant a lot to me, and when I told him that, that I was happy for he meant a lot to him. And this one way to make other people happy, which we could quite significantly forget. We're like, what we usually do is we complain, like my dad does something bad, I don't know, like forgot something, and I'm mad about him because of that. Or someone does something and and people just complain like, oh, the bad weather, oh, my mom did that, my dad did that, my brother did something bad. But you always forget like those good moments, those like moments that back in the day meant a lot to you. And when you remember that, yeah, it feels kind of nice. But when you tell the other person, just like, I'm grateful that you did this for me, or I'm grateful for this moment that happened, I always feel good about it. Like there's never gonna be an instance that you were grateful about something that happened, even though it was a long time ago, and you say to the other person, there's no way they're not gonna be happy about it. Like I can guarantee you, like you can go to your mom and literally say like something it doesn't have to be a really big thing. You can literally say like, okay, thank you for making me a cappuccino that bad day. I really appreciate that. That little simple, and it's gonna put a smile on her face. She's gonna be able, even if it's like 10% happy, happier, it's significant. Because like I said, most of the time we just try to make our people's day worse. We always forget about the good things and just think about the bad ones. Oh, my brother, like, I don't know, took my controller or something, like I was playing Fortnite. I'm mad about that, but you never, and you're like, you did this, like what do you do that? You always say that, but you never say like, I'm grateful for that time that you saved me from these kids like that were bullying me, or something like that. That's what you say something to your brother. Maybe you can't say that to my brother, you know, because like he's significantly older than me, so we never went to school together, so like he could never protect me from the like kids, you know. But that's like kind of one example. Or what's another? Like thanks, like like whatever happened in your life, good. Like someone like did something very nice to you, even if it's a small gesture, you should always say thanks. And and you can like recall it, like remember something that you did, like it's something that happened years ago that you really appreciated, and tell to the person that like did it to you. It's gonna make them much happier. And you're gonna talk about it. Like for my instance, like what I did, like with my mom and dad, when I told them about that, thanks for, I'm grateful that you like helped me with like when the dog bite me. I literally just, I was we were literally talking about like for 30 minutes. Then we felt good, and I told my brother that separate story. So I hope this helps you, like, cause like this is really important to people. Like when you say something like that, small gesture of like gratitude, showing of gratitude, that's like the most beautiful feeling in the world. And I hope you're gonna use it now. If you want, you can join, no pressure at all, but you can join my community. It's down in the pinned comment. You can join. I'll see you there.